Aji. I love this. I love the black. Like you said,
we
all
told
black
them
for the burial.
for their burial. Nah. Just like we were talking about of how I was excited to see what Ateta will put up. And it was different from all our predicted, lineups.
Yeah.
And he pulled up another tactical masterclass that fitted our situation, the squad situation, and the game, and it was perfect. It was solid performance from everybody.
It's just one of those
Solid
typical.
performance.
It felt like one of those typical away performances where we know that we're going to deliver a defensive masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
My only fear in that first half was the fact that we did not look like we were going to score a goal. The only chance that was the major chance we had was from Martinelli, which he didn't convert.
We had more than one chance, so.
No, I'm saying like the major one.
Yeah, so I'm talking about so imagine if any of them had been converted, we would have, if again, is an ongoing topic, like our conversion rate, decision making in the final third.
Yeah.
So if that had improved and one of those chances had worked, we would have been able to have like a first half and second half of conservative play, lock up, boom, 1 goal, lock up, boom, 2 goals.
And
That's
I
how
told
we
you my
did.
prediction was 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 in the sense that away we usually deliver a defensive masterclass. Like away games for us, we usually have a very disciplined structure in terms of our defensive formation.
True.
But home games, not the same.
True.
One of the players I'm looking at that I wanted to get on that field and drag him off the field. Guess who?
Martinelli.
No, Martinelli's like
Trossard.
No, not even Trossard. There's somebody else.
Who?
Partey.
No.
Partey was getting around well, but in those key moments, he actually loses the ball. No conviction in the passes in critical areas. There were 3 occasions where that dead ball got to him and he did not drop an incisive pass. And that led to an overturn against run of play. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy?
But I think it's both of them. Both Partey and Jorginho were culpable of that. So obviously, I'm not trying to say one was doing it more than the other.
Yeah.
But it seemed like because when we're setting up our defensive structure without the ball, we were setting up on a 4-4-2. So centrally in that circle of the midfield, that was like Partey and Jorginho. But another person that even impressed me, that even came to do some of their work in the central of the midfield, was Kai.
Bro.
So
let's
if Jorginho and Partey were on point,
to that point of saying the biggest turn-ups we've gotten in this game.
I cannot name Gabriel Timber, but Gabriel is because it's not news for us.
Yeah.
So, but let me say, people that turned up in this game that would have been news, I would say Timber.
Timber turned up for sure.
Up. Kai pulled up.
Yep.
Raya again pulled up.
Standard.
I think our defense, everybody.
The only shaky person in that defense
was a little bit shaky.
Yeah, White was the only shaky guy in the defense.
Yeah.
But he did a good job on Sun though. It was a lot of work for him to do. But he did
even his shaky moments were most of them in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, he was decent. Everybody did what they were meant to do.
Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, fantastic.
Everybody did. But centrally, the game was too fast for Jorginho. When we had the ball, we had to move the ball quick. If we were even pressing them and we're getting the ball back, we have to move the ball quick. Or if we lose the ball and
get back
they have the ball in transition, to get the ball, but the transition of our team, what we needed to do the transition of their team, what they for us to counter was too fast for Jorginho and Partey. So that really, but we're still able to do a good job because like it didn't really cast. You understand? It
bro.
don't really cast. But nah.
Bro, I was looking at the fact that key players like Trossard were not giving us the element that Odegaard used to give us. Not
Trossard
that
didn't
we
offer
expect that they will
anything.
give us that element, but you're wasting too much time on the ball.
Trossard didn't he didn't. I didn't see much from him offensively.
And not at all. You know why I
It
say
was
he's an impact player? This is one of the reasons
yes,
why I would say he's an
yes.
impact player.
Even in his natural position, even for him to start, it's not really that effective. He just comes on to so now I'm not talking about him like being in a different position, because it was Kai and Trossard that were like the front two pressing.
Of which Kai was doing
That
more of the
4-4-2.
press than even Trossard.
Kai did a fantastic job. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Kai pulled up. Nah, Kai is Kai. He's just.
You know that aerial
He
presence you're
reminds
talking
me
about?
his casualness sometimes on the ball reminds me of Ozil. You know when
There are those type of
Yoruba
players.
will say, Yoruba will say "Ko farasi ball" and everything,
He's
but
not that kind of guy. He's not
he's
that
not
kind of
that
guy.
kind of guy. So sometimes that can rub, but he does, bruh.
He
He
did. He
puts
did
in
it.
hard work. Hard work.
One person I was going to have a bone to pick with, looking at the first 20 minutes of the game, was Martinelli, because Martinelli got into good positions. He actually had a great chance in front of goal. But I will not take away his persistence in terms of his work ethic.
Pressing.
Nah,
He's a pressing machine.
was pressing. He was helping defensively. Like, I felt comfortable with the fact that he was going to support Timber, because Timber already was a machine on his own. But
Bro.
I'm happy with that. But how do you see the changes that happen now? Sterling, Jesus, and our star boy in the making, Ethan.
So I didn't really see much on Sterling. Like it took Sterling how many minutes for him to touch the ball? I was like,
The first opportunity we had against Run Play that he went,
he now dulled it.
he was
So
touching the ball too much,
I'm
drifting
like,
in too much on his
I'm
right.
like, why we are moving from fry pan to fire? Like, what's happening? You understand?
Maybe
Like,
it's too early to judge.
just look up. But that was the first time he had the ball.
Yeah.
And I'll put it to that it's too early to judge.
Yeah.
So I'll put it to like I didn't really see much from him, but he's Sterling now. He's an expressive player. We know what we can expect from him.
Absolutely.
Then Jesus, I didn't really see much for Jesus as well. But we know that he came on and he went to Saka's position. So we know that he can pull up there. But Ethan, now, amongst all the substitutes, you cannot remember. Okay, maybe you remember Sterling for that drive,
Yeah.
and 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 him not making the right decision. But apart from that, you will not remember any other thing Sterling did. Neither would you remember anything that Jesus did. But Ethan, you will remember.
Yeah. Yeah. That ball
Even if it's
that guy was offside.
yes. So when it was him and Kai that was pressing, there was a little bit of okay, he's not going for the first ball. He's going to go for so Kai will go for the first area ball, you understand? Then the knockdown or the second one, Ethan picks it up, plays one to or maybe a Saka will pick it up or whoever was playing, I think Jesus picked it up. But he played some kind of like linkage and dropped the pass.
Yeah.
So
he didn't seem phased by the pressure of
he did
coming in
not,
the 85th minute.
yes, and he
Yeah.
did not also appear to be somebody that just came in that we didn't see anything from him. Like we saw something from him that maybe if he had more minutes we would have seen more from him. Even I don't know who he slept on the floor. Was it a Papisa or something? One kind of close control that bro, he just cleaned that guy up and I was like
his cameo was solid.
close combat in close containment. Like his close control with the ball. Nah, I was
Very good.
impressed. So I want to see more minutes from him.
Definitely.
But
I'm encouraged to see more minutes from him.
yeah.
And going into the next game that we have midweek, Atalanta, I feel he should get some minutes as well.
God.
But now that we know that, okay, our midfield is going to be different for that. I can't come into that game with the pressure that we came into this game with, right? Knowing Jorginho is not going to be in that game. Please. Jorginho should not play. He should come in maybe as a sub, but Partey, Rice. In front of them now, we can still say probably Trossard. But
again,
what other option do we have now? If Odegaard is not bad, I think it's fair to actually go with him. It's fair to actually go with him and give him
so
some.
almost like the setup.
At least we know that we have some resolve defensively.
That's conservative, though.
What would you go for? Given that
I'll put a Kai. I'll put a Kai in the midfield. Like as I said, a Partey, Rice, Kai. Then up front, I can put Jesus.
Martinelli,
Saka
Saka.
or Sterling, and Trossard. I can put Jesus, Sterling, and Trossard.
We have time to relax. Let's bask in this enjoyment of
But
this
no, this performance, we've shown again that, bro, we had like 7 players out. Zinchenko was out.
Bro, the bench was
Merino was
looking
out.
very strange.
No, like we were very thin. I was like, God, but it was a hard earned 3 points. And
Yeah, it's the mettle
something
of
to be proud
champions
of.
in the making. Mettle of champions in the making. You don't have to have everyone on deck
Yeah,
to get the
we came
results.
to the stadium as if we were experienced enough to, okay, I'm not on my best in terms of availability, but I know the job I have to do to get the work done. And everybody did the job.
I guess that would show itself when we do our player ratings for Arteta in terms of his tactical prowess. We spoke of his tactical prowess coming into this game, that this is a game that's going to test his
Yeah,
ability to
yeah,
think through this challenge and provide
yeah.
a solution.
And offer something, yeah.
Yeah, defensively it was a solid formation.
Yeah.
Like, we did not go to our typical game of trying to keep the ball because we know we don't have the ability to keep the ball.
Yeah.
But
There was
despite the
no
fact
inversion.
that we're looking out for that conversion, but altogether, it was not an exhilarating performance from the team. Not that we expected such, but the fact that we're able to contain that pressure and use those few moments, that set piece, that moment. That when I was watching the game, I was just saying that we need just one moment to separate ourselves from these guys.
Yeah.
Because my fear was, if they strike first, we didn't look like we're going to score. My confidence, like I mentioned when we had that first discussion, is that if we actually put a goal first, I would have more confidence that we can show up the game. And we did that. We did that. Bruh, when I saw Madison coming off, I'm like, it's over. Waiting when I want to.
But if Tottenham had like a good midfield, they were runners.
See, their midfield was not so much of the weak point they had. It was in front of goal. Like that final third, what they did in the final third, the decision making in the final third. Our defensive shape just made them go wide, and look for those quick breaks, because basically they actually depend a lot on pace. But we didn't let them have that pace in the game. So we actually packed the middle of the park with our structure.
Yeah.
This guy, Johnson, he was actually hoping on that running down the flank, cut back.
Yes. So I think
Simba didn't deliver that for him.
I think just like us as well. I think when I was coming up with the predicted scoreline of 3-1 and things like, I was expecting that we'll come and set up with a possession style of play.
Yeah.
Our inversion and stuff like that. But Arteta did not pull up any of that inversion thing when we had possession. He stacked up with a straight up four at the back. Timber playing a full back.
Did you even notice in the second half that Partey had to drop deeper to be like the fifth guy in the centre back?
Yes. So it was now almost like 3 centre backs with Partey dropping in to play centre back.
Initially, when I saw that, I'm like, why are we playing like we have red card? Yeah. It felt like we had a red card throughout the game, or at least for the larger part of the game.
Yeah, but I think this kind of conservative setup
Yeah.
favors Timber.
Mm.
But if we are playing possession and
Big.
that like tip tap, moving into space, the fullback entering the central midfield and flowing the game like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's still more work for him to do with that setup. But
Yeah.
away games, with this kind of setup, we can go to City with this kind of setup, with more players, with more quality players in the midfield.
Declan back.
Yeah, if we have a Declan back, we have a party, and by miracle, something happens. Jesus Christ touched
Odegaard.
Odegaard leg, make it come back.
No, but at
But
least you know
if
that he's
not,
going to get 2 to 3 weeks out of action.
of course. But if not, Declan big is a big difference.
Mm.
Having Declan is a big difference, and I
Very
think
big.
no,
Yeah, but
it's going to
going
be
into
another
that game on
exciting.
Sunday, I think we can actually entertain that idea of Kai Havertz actually coming deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
so
mind Kai. I don't mind Kai in the midfield. Kai Rice Pate.
yeah, I wouldn't mind that. That game is a
Who
is a
bully?
is a must not lose.
Who bully? Is Rodri back?
He's on the bench. He was on the bench their last game, so he's back. They're just giving him time to
Who
ease in.
bully? Who bully them with that with those three guys in the midfield?
All
Rice
right,
can
now.
change. Because
That,
I don't like those guys that too. They are like miles ahead. How do you compete with a team that has Haaland?
no, that guy is on another level. I think that's one of the major separations we have from City as a team. The quality of
Up
center
front.
forward. Yeah, he's that generational talent that actually makes the difference. Because see the game against Brentford, bro. He was the element that actually
Yeah.
gave them that oomph. But we cannot take it away from the fact that we are still warming up into the season. There's still a chance for us to chase them all the way down. But
Yeah.
in terms of player
Absolutely.
ratings,
Yeah.
starting from Raya, what would you give Raya for this game?
A solid 9.
I agree with that. 9. I won't give him 10. Just
I'll give him a 9
yeah.
because I think the reason why he wasn't that too much, he wasn't exposed too much to get to a 10 rating is that the defenders did a fantastic
You
job.
give yeah.
But the few times that he had to pull up saves, like in the first half,
Fantastic
he
save.
was fantastic. His
Yeah.
distribution too was not bad, especially when they were pressing us.
You know
He
that that that
wasn't
that's
doing
one
too
of the
much.
things. That's one of the
He brought
things.
this calmness. He brought this
Yeah.
calmness to the defense that I was like, all right,
You
cool.
took the words from my mouth. That
Yeah.
calmness.
Yeah.
That's one major thing working for him, and it's
Nah,
helping our
nah.
defense.
He helps. He helps. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. But so yeah, I'll give him a 9.
White.
White, I'll give him a 7.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll give him a 7 because I think if it was like Ben White, like the 8th Ben White, even 7 is not a bad performance because
Definitely not. It's way
we're
above
talking about his
average.
consistent level. We're talking about if it's like on point, on form, Ben White. I think Saka would have been able to like offer more than he offered,
He
especially
had
in the
Son on
first
his
half.
hands, so that was a lot
Yeah,
more work to do.
I
So
understand.
definitely.
I understand.
Then Saliba,
Saliba 8.
standard 8.
Yeah, Saliba
Saliba
8.
hardly falls lower than an 8.
Yeah. Even that itself is like okay. It was not a fantastic game, but it was a good game.
Yeah, he
You
did the
know.
job. The only
Yeah.
reason why I would say maybe he will not get a 9, basically, is for that silly yellow card he got.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's the
that
yellow
was
card.
just an early portion of the game that
He
heads are
was.
not
He was.
still settled.
It wasn't needed. And damn, then him too. He brings that calmness to that defense. There were
Yeah.
times I went with the ball. I'm like, oh, boy, this guy hit the ball away, or something, but he was just like,
Yeah.
stop, oh, that guy, just kick the ball. And he's so big. Now those two
You know that
players,
time
they're
where they
so
had
small
this.
behind.
They had the intricate passing from the back, from
Yes,
Raya to Saliba to White,
and
White
he
to
ended up front.
Gabriel back to White, and White now made that pass that went off, and
Yeah,
Saliba actually went
he
to
went.
actually show up that error. I'm like, hey God, what is
Yeah,
going on?
the one that he was. He was giving up passes that they intercepted that Sri Lanka was about to hit.
Yes.
He was away. He was almost like out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And he came. And
Fantastic baller.
So Saliba,
Class.
I'll give him an 8. Gabriel, I'll give him I'll give him I'll give him a 9 because of the goal.
Absolutely. I was
I'll
waiting
give
for
him a
you to
9.
say 8, and I'm like, why?
I'll
It
give him
has
a
to be
9
9.
because of the goal. But he was there and he made some crucial blocks as well.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic game for Gabriel all around.
He
I
was a
can't even
fantastic
complain.
game.
Yeah. He actually kept a very cool head, contrary to what I was expecting going into this game. Looking at the fact that he's going to be having some face-offs with Romero. He even had a moment to Romero at some point.
Of course.
He kept his cool.
Even the corner, Shebby, it was Romero that was marking.
Yeah. It was a cool one for him. Cool 9. Cool solid 9. Timber.
8.
Yeah. We give him the 8.
But Timber showed up. Timber showed up.
You know, he has that aura of confidence.
Yeah.
And I saw something from him that, exudes the North London tension.
I know
that moment. That moment he had with Kuro, that he actually committed to that ball, though he rolled off it a bit, but he still went for the ball. I'm like, dog, you just got off a season-long injury, and you're still committing like this. Who are you?
Even the ball that he got, that was the yellow card one, right? That you're talking about.
Yeah.
Even that one, even when he jacked Vicario up, like, it's your house.
And I was happy that Vicario also got the yellow.
Yes, no, it's your house, but it's our playground. I don't like those guys at all.
3 seasons in a row, man. Away with that's it. Yeah. Well, now coming into the middle of the park, critical area.
6. 2 of them, 6.
6, yeah?
Yeah, 6.
In the first half, do you believe that Jorginho only had like 15 touches?
As a central midfielder.
As a central midfielder, that's not good enough. Because he was even on the left side of the central midfield. So
they didn't offer anything like. I was expecting like long balls. I was expecting like all those cut-through passes. They didn't. I didn't see much of it
at all.
There was one that was it Jorginho? Well, I can't remember that. It was to Ben White, but Ben White was off.
Yeah.
But Ben White was off.
No, they didn't offer much, but
they didn't offer much.
He did the work in terms of work ethic. Yeah,
they did their job. So I put it as a 6. Yeah, both of them. Pate tried, but I think we didn't set up in a way to bring out the best of Pate
going forward
and everything. And again, none of all those passes. So, but they did their job. I think he had like 2 interceptions or something. Pass completion rate can be higher. I think Pate had like 81 or something. I'm not sure.
That's where I was saying he was slopping those dead ball positions.
Yeah, so
you're not incisive on the pass you're making. Exactly. You're just like, what are you doing?
Declan's average pass completion in every match is like 91.
In the first 20 minutes of the game, you look at the passing accuracy. Tottenham 92%, Arsenal 73%. What the hell is that?
What?
How now?
What?
Oh well, it's what it is. Trossard, what would you give Trossard in this game?
Trossard 6. I didn't see much. He didn't offer.
He didn't offer much. There was not much of an impact from him. Though work rate, you won't take it away from him, but considering that it's a position that is not typically inclined to.
Yeah. He was like, okay, he just did the average job that everybody, at least, he didn't offer much, but he didn't play bad.
No, he didn't play bad. So we'll give him a standard 6 for that.
Yeah.
Then
Saka. Let me go to Kai.
Let's start with Saka.
I'm giving Kai. Okay, Saka. I'll give Saka a 7. A 7 or 8. Okay, Saka didn't do. Saka did not. We didn't see much of him. In terms of like the normal Saka and stuff like that.
The only reason I agree with a 7 is because of that corner, that assist.
Yeah.
Going forward, Martinelli actually looked more incisive, sharper,
more in this
more
game.
of a threat than Saka.
If Saka had the chances
Saka was a handful for Udogie, which was supposed to be the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take it as a key element that helps Saka's game is missing, which is Odegaard. So you know how Odegaard actually links up on that right side for Saka.
Exactly.
That
That
was
was what
totally
we
missing.
didn't. Yeah, and that was what we didn't see from Trossard.
And now, see something now, see my own observation. We're now a little bit more incisive on the left because we had a better connection from Timber to Jorginho and Martinelli.
Familiarity.
Imagine what the game would be like for us if Merino was here.
If Merino day.
So
If
let's
Merino
let's us
day.
let's us leave it aside. So
Yeah.
7 for Saka works.
7 for Saka.
If you look
Harvard.
at Martinelli, I would say we'll give him for his work rate. I'll push for an 8.
Why? I'll put for his work rate is where I'll put him as a 7. If not for the work rate, maybe he'll be struggling with a 5 or 4.
No, not that bad now.
Remove the work rate, remove the defensive contribution.
He was the biggest threat we had going forward.
And
his deliveries into the so let me now tell you his improvement based on what we typically know him for.
Mm-hmm.
Running down the flank, trying to make a delivery, being woeful at it.
Well,
this time around, he actually was a lot better at doing that.
Yes.
Covering the space that he covered. Even when he makes those errors, he's very persistent in trying to right his wrong.
Yes. That's why I'm giving him a 7. because between Martinelli, okay, if you give Martinelli an 8, what would you give Havertz?
Okay. Yeah. That's a fair argument. So Martinelli is 7 is fair.
Yeah, Havertz 8.
Havertz is looking like a different guy every game.
His play, he's like a Swiss knife. So this game, we need him to be like this. He will deliver. Okay, we are short of this. We are going to deliver. Okay, this game, we have these players. We want to capitalize on this. He will deliver. He's now not the best in any of these positions, but his quality, he can offer different quality in different situations. And that's what he did today.
And that's why we feel we're a little hard done by the transfer window, because we're looking at a scenario where we actually get more of a center forward, right? With Kai that can come in to back up. Or play in other roles. But now that we have him as the only option, looking at Jesus as the injury merchant, I would say we can actually still try in terms of the fact that we have other guys on the team to convert more goals for us, hopefully moving forward in the season. Talking about the substitutes, I would say none of them made a major impression on the game. They kept the shape. I'll give that to them. Work rate from Jesus is always there, but he's always trying to do a little extra.
Yes.
That complicates things.
Both of them. Jesus, you can take 1, 2, 3 touches in that close space, but drop the pass early. You don't need to now do the extra dribble to make it seem like, wow. You can do all of that. Nah, I don't know why he keeps doing it. I don't know why. But Sterling as well, if he made a better chance, a better decision in that final third, in that chance, you dribbled 1, you dribbled 2. You can lay the pass. If you are not free, you can lay the pass. You can dink it. You can do everything. I talk like a footballer, but that he can make better decisions, definitely. That's what I'm talking about. But because of that.
But I'm looking forward to seeing more of him, no doubt.
Yeah. I hope to see them. I hope to see them start in the champs. I hope to see Sterling, Jesus, and Trossard start.
We'll see how that goes. That's Wednesday. For now, we have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to be happy about these 3 points.
How do you rate Iwaneri?
Iwaneri, I'll give him a standard 6
Iwaneri.
Yeah. I'll give him a standard 6 in the sense that he didn't have so much time, but he made an impression on us that he actually is cool, calm, and collected on the ball. Sure. I think he needs more playing time coming into more games, maybe about this same time or some couple of 10, 15 minutes in the game to actually start feeling what the pressure of big games like this is going to be. So I'm hoping to see him in a game on Sunday against Man City towards the end of the game, hopefully. Right?
You don't want to see him on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, possibly, yeah. given our situation where we are missing a lot of players, why not?
Mm-hmm.
He can get some time. But I'm happy with what I saw. The cameo, no. He's a solid talent, no doubt. My only concern right now with the team is having our players available for Wednesday.
We have a lot of players out.
Yes, a lot of players out. I don't
For
understand how
Wednesday and
Zinchenko
Sunday.
is out with another calf situation.
I hope he's not serious though.
Saka, yeah, is another issue.
Saka too, but now Saka now.
The strong boy, the strong lad.
Some guys they call him Limpopo. He go limp up, but you see him start the next game.
You come back. It was a great one, man. How's this going so far in terms of recording these conversations that we typically have?
Yeah, I think it's just norms. I think it's just normal. It was nice to just like this is like the normal conversation that we have. If we're not watching it together, and I think yeah, and there's so many things that we talk about. So putting it on camera is always something.
It's an interesting one. It's an interesting angle to capture.
And there are more to come. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice one, man. My G, up gone.
Nice one, man. 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Let's go. No, done forever.
Their house, our playground.
I'm telling you, bro. As in the way the stadium went quiet, I'm like, yes, this is what we live for.
I always like when their fans have left and our fans are still there and our players are celebrating with them in their stadium
after game parade.
It reminds me of so many things. It's like tradition. It's like tradition. It's like tradition. So now it's their home ground, but it's our playground.
Peace out, my G.
Nice one, man.